Why do we constantly make the same mistakes? Why do we find ourselves repeating the same toxic patterns, even when we consciously know better? The answer is painful and simple. Your brain is not a blank slate. It is an echo chamber, filled with the loud, insistent voices of your past. This echo chamber is not passive. It is an active architect of your future. It dictates your most profound decisions, determines your personal risk threshold, and aggressively defines your perception of reality. You are not primarily trapped by the outside world. You are trapped by the scripts your mind wrote years ago. Scripts based on old pain, old beliefs, and familiar comforts. Your memories are not just simple pictures. They are active neurological scripts. They dictate your immediate emotional reactions, your core beliefs, and your fundamental feeling of safety. This is a primal survival mechanism. The past is known. It is safe because your brain knows the exact metabolic cost of survival within that pain, even if it is agonizing. This ancient, evolutionary safeguard has become our modern, self-imposed prison of predictability. With every new echo loop of old thought patterns, your internal reality maps become more rigid, less permeable to external evidence. You gradually lose the ability to see truly new possibilities and genuine alternative paths, simply because your vision is restricted to what has already been recorded. You become trapped in a self-fulfilling prophecy, and the first step to freedom is recognizing the sound of the echo and understanding its profound, protective, yet destructive purpose. We begin with the most common saboteur of potential, the echo of failure. It is the voice that tells you, "I won't start this new project because I always fail." This is not a prophecy of the future. It is a neurological preference for the pain of inaction over the paralyzing anxiety of uncertainty. Your mind doesn't fear the failure itself. It fears the exact, familiar shame and public critique that failure brought the last time. Your past mistakes are not merely footnotes. They are scars that your brain treats as terminal warnings. To remain frozen is to avoid re-triggering that ancient, destructive neural pathway of anticipated public hurt. The tragedy is that you trade potential growth for emotional inertia, settling for a life dedicated to protecting the fragile memory of potential. You must internalize that the memory of a past failure is not a verdict. It is merely a data point. The only true failure is the refusal to begin. Unless you consciously silence that echoing fear and step into action, that shadow will grow larger, and you will remain perpetually protecting yourself from a pain that no longer holds any physical dominion over you. Your authentic freedom is determined by your willingness to risk a new kind of pain, the pain of effort and honest imperfection, rather than the suffocating pain of regret. Begin with the radical acceptance of the ugly first step. Next, the most corrosive echo, the loop of blame. It insists it is always their fault, or it is always my fault. Nothing will ever change. This is the echo chamber's method of avoiding the single most difficult truth in relationships, the necessity of shared accountability and individual transformation. When you are trapped in the loop of blame, you are merely recycling old resentments and historical grievances. You look for the familiar reflection of the problem, whether it is in your partner's predictable flaws or your own past mistakes, because that recycling is energetically easier than creating a new solution. The known argument, however toxic, provides a perverse form of emotional comfort because the outcome is predictable. You must accept that this cycle is self-sustaining and relies on both parties playing their familiar roles. True accountability requires breaking the cycle by accepting what you can control: your reaction, your boundary, and your personal growth, and courageously letting go of what you cannot, the other person's past actions. Erich Fromm argued that love is an active, not passive process. It requires continual effort and truth. You need to recognize that demanding change in a relationship requires first changing the rigid script you play in your own head. The power of transformation lies not in seeking to change the external world, but in the unilateral decision to change your internal response pattern.
The most insidious echo is the one that whispers, "This pain is familiar. It is safer than the unknown." This is the ultimate comfort cage. Your suffering, be it chronic dissatisfaction, anxiety, or low self-esteem, becomes a habitual state. This known discomfort provides a perverse, recognizable sense of psychological control. You cling to the familiar hurt because the core self perceives any dramatic unknown as an existential threat. Change, even wildly positive change, triggers the same primal panic signals as confronting a physical predator. Your brain tells you to stay wrapped in the barbed wire blanket of the known discomfort because it knows the exact metabolic cost of surviving that pain. You are not addicted to the pain itself. You are addicted to the predictability of the pain. To truly escape, you must consciously rename your reality. Stop calling your familiar prison comfort. Name it the trap of emotional inertia. True safety is not found in avoiding change, but in building the internal strength required to tolerate and thrive from temporary, voluntary discomfort. Your ability to tolerate temporary, voluntary discomfort is the fundamental measurement of your true freedom. The Stoics understood this. True freedom lies not in avoiding pain, but in choosing the pain of discipline over the pain of regret.
Finally, the loudest echo, the echo of others' voices. It dictates, I must do what they expect of me, or I will be insufficient. This is the collective past speaking through your present choices, amplified by the expectations of parents, peers, or society itself. The expectations of others become the thick, insulating walls of your echo chamber, amplifying every doubt and stifling every unique desire. Your core value is now linked to an external, arbitrary metric. You are living in a museum dedicated to satisfying the expectations of ghosts and past voices. The tragic cost of this conformity is that you spend your most precious resource, your consciousness, seeking validation from sources that are not even emotionally present in your life. The internal consequence is a profound sense of emptiness. The true work of consciousness is to recognize these external voices for what they are, mere noise. They are an echo of someone else's unfinished symphony, and they have absolutely no authority over the original music of your own unique life. You must prioritize the integrity of your internal compass above the applause of the crowd.
We have faced the 4 persistent traps:
and accepted the painful recognition that we are willingly addicted to the familiar. But this is not the end of the journey. This is the beginning of the ascent. The fundamental work of change is an act of neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain to literally rewire itself. Every moment of conscious recognition is a hammer against the walls of the echo chamber. We need to replace the old, comfortable circuits with new ones. We start with 3 acts of radical defiance. The small truth, defiance of the lie. Today, find one small moment to speak a truth, set a boundary, or express a need, even if it brings a wave of internal discomfort. Do not apologize for your existence. Let the echo chamber scream in rejection, knowing that your core is safe and that its structure has been weakened by your honesty. The ugly start, defiance of inertia. Begin that project or commitment now, embracing the terrifying, messy imperfection of the first step. Your progress is measured by the commitment to action, not by the external applause you receive. The most important data point is simply that you started. The inner compass, defiance of external metrics. You must diligently practice turning the compass inward. Every evening, dedicate 5 minutes to asking yourself, did I operate from a place of internal truth today, or was I motivated by the need for external validation? This is the true work of inner alchemy, transforming the heavy lead of habitual social obligation and familiar suffering back into the spiritual gold of uncompromised authenticity. Your freedom is determined not by the ease of the path, but by the courage of your step. The choice, as always, is yours. If you are ready to commit to the difficult but necessary work of self-reconstruction, subscribe to Alan the Philosopher and join us next time as we explore the terrifying power of the unconscious debt.